Let us continue by solving different questions under trigonometry, and I'm very sure by the end of this video you will have acquired the necessary knowledge to be able to handle some questions under trigonometry. So let's start with the first question that we have here. What do we have? We were given that cosec theta is minus 3 and our angle lies between 270 degree and 360 degree. So our goal is to find the other trigonometric ratios. Very simple. Two things are important here. I told you this channel is not just for you to cram. I want you to use this idea to be able to solve other questions as well. Let us continue. Two things are very, very important here. One, we're given that cosec theta is equal to minus 3. And also, we're given that 270 degree less than theta less than 360 degree. So what can we derive from the two given conditions? Now, from cosec theta is equal to minus 3, I told you cosec theta is same thing as 1 over sine theta. That day we use if we check the previous video, we use a code for it. I said just count it 1, 2, 3. Where we have t is where we have s, so it means 1 over sine theta. So let us continue without wasting time. Now 1 over sine theta is cosec theta is 1 over sine theta. That means 1 over sine theta is same thing as minus 3, because cosec theta is given to be minus 3. Now from here, now we can say that sine theta is equal to minus 1 over 3. And how was I able to do that? Just say this is over 1. You can cross multiply. From here, we can have 1 is equal to minus 3 sine theta. Then from here, you divide both sides by minus 3. So this cancel this. So we have sine theta to be minus 1 over 3. Now, if you are confused of where to put the negative sign is always at the numerator. Let me say that again. Negative sign is always at the numerator. So it's not right if you write 1 over minus 3. No. So you have to write minus 1 over 3. So you can see that from the given condition, that is cosec theta is equal to minus 3, we were able to get that sine theta to be minus 1 over 3. Now the second condition. The second condition is that 270 degrees is less than theta less than 360 degree. How are we going to use that? That is telling us the quadrants we are working with. It is telling us the quadrants we are working with. So how are we going to use that? Don't forget that when we did the quadrant, we said this is 0, this is 90, this is 180, this is 270 degree, and this is 360 degree. Now, given us that 270 degrees less than theta, that means we are going to use these quadrants. So and in these quadrants, what do we have? Don't forget, we said all students take Coke. All students take Coke. That means in this quadrant, we said sine theta is negative, and you can see that in the given question. Sine theta is negative, cos theta is positive because of the C, and then tan theta is negative as well. That means we are expecting sin theta and tan theta. We are expecting sin theta and tan theta to be negative. Only cos theta will be positive. So now let's use what we have to get what we didn't have. Let us move on. Now, since we have agreed that we are working with the fourth quadrant, so that means now let's use. So we are given that sin theta is minus 1/3. You know, I told you, don't stress yourself. Don't forget that from SOHCAHTOA, sin theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So that means just draw your right angle triangle. This is theta. So opposite is, you know, I told you, don't put the negative sign there. This is 1 and this is 3. So that means we have to get this side. And how are we going to do that? Don't forget, I said this is C, this is A, and this is B. And don't forget, C square is equal to A square plus B square. So what's C square? That's 3 square is equal to 1 square plus B square. 3 square is 9 minus 1 is equal to B square, and B square is equal to 8, and B is root 8. Now from SOD, we can write this as 4 times 2, and that is same thing as 2 root 2. That means what we have here is 2 root 2. So what we have here is 2 root 2. So we are done. So what are we asked to find? We are asked to find the other trigonometric ratios. We are done. Now don't forget, we are using the fourth quadrant, and according to what we are expecting the cos theta and tan theta. Cos theta will be negative, will be positive, and tan theta will be negative. Very simple. So now let's write out those trigonometric ratios. So we are done. So we have sin theta to be minus 1/3. We have done that already. We have cos theta. We have cos theta to be cos theta. Now what is cos theta? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent? Adjacent is 2 root 2. So we have 2 root 2/3. Moving on, tan theta. Don't forget, we are in the fourth quadrant. According to the question, we are going to use the fourth quadrant. And in the fourth quadrant, tan theta is given to be what? Tan theta is negative. So first thing you are going to write is negative sign before anything. You are firstly going to write the negative sign. And what is that? We'll be having opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over adjacent. Sorry. We have opposite over adjacent. Opposite. So what's opposite? That is 1/2 root 2. And according to the SOD, we cannot leave the answer like this. So we can go on to rationalize it to be multiply this by root 2. Multiply this by root 2. That means tan theta is equal to so we have minus root 2/2 times 2, and that's minus root 2/4. So that's tan theta. So we have gotten sin theta, we have gotten sin theta, we have gotten sin theta, we have gotten cos theta, we have gotten tan theta. So with that, we can easily get the others as well. Don't forget, we already given cosec theta to be minus theta. That means we need sec and cot. Now for sec, for sec theta, let me write it around here. For sec theta, which is 1 over cos theta, what are we going to use? We are going to use, that will be 3 over 2 root 2. And you can also rationalize that as well. So by rationalizing, we have 3 root 2 over 4. And for cot as well, let me write it around here. For cot theta is 1 over tan theta, and that will be, so don't forget, cos theta and sec theta, they will be sharing the same sign, and tan theta and cot theta as well, they will be sharing the same sign. That means cot theta is expected to be negative as well. So we are going to have minus 4 over root 2, and by rationalizing again, we have this root 2 as well. So we have minus 4 root 2 over 2, and that's minus 2 root 2. You can finish that on your own. That's minus 2 root 2. So we are done with the first question. You can see that it's very simple. So you have to be careful of the quadrants you are working with. You have to be careful of the quadrants you are working with. If you are working with the first quadrant, all the other trigonometric ratios, they have to follow the rule of the first quadrant, which is that all is positive. For the first quadrant, all is positive. Now, let us move on to the second question. Now, for the second question, I want to try this. This is very simple. I want you to try this. You can pause the video and try it. Then, after you are done, you can play it back and then compare our answers. So, let us move on. Now, this is very simple as well. It's very simple. So we're not giving any quadrant. So that means you just do it naturally. You don't need to waste your time. Now, sine theta is given to be 12 over 13. And what is that? From SOHCAHTOA. You know, I always repeat this. So if you are able to use this thing many times, you forget. O is opposite and this is hypotenuse. So we have opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. So we have this to be 12 and this to be 13. And don't forget, this is C, this is A, this is B. And from Pythagoras theorem, C square is A square plus B square. So we have 13 square is equal to 12 square plus B square. And that's 13 square is 169 minus 144 is equal to B square. So B square is 25 and B is 5. So B is 5. B is 5. So we have to find 1 plus cos theta. We have to find 1 plus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta. And what is cos theta? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is adjacent? That is 5 over 13. So we have 1 plus, so 5 is adjacent and 13 is hypotenuse. Very simple. So what is this? So to solve this easily, 1 is same thing as 13 over 13. So also I over 13. So you can see that is 18 over 13. And that's all. Do we have the same answer? If you have the same answer, that's good of you. And if you did not have the same answer, don't give up. Just continue to practice it, and next time don't try to look at it very well and follow all the instruction. Now let us move to the next question. Now, we are given that sine q is x over y, and is 0 degree less than q less than 9th degree. So we have to find 1 over tan q. 1 over tan q. So how are we going to undo this? We're given that sine q is x over y. What we've been dealing with since we've been dealing with numbers. Yeah, q is our angle, and these are the sides of our triangle. So how are we going to deal with this question? How are we going to deal with this question? Now, don't be panic. This is very simple as well. Now, 0 degree less than q less than, that's first quadrant, so we don't have any issue, because in the first quadrant all is positive. Everything is positive. Tan theta is positive, sin theta is positive, and cos theta is positive. So in the first quadrant everything is positive, so we didn't have there is no any issue with that. So now let us move on. So just as usual, draw this. So we have sin theta. We are given that sin theta is s over y, and what is that from SOHCAHTOA? So you can see that I kept repeating this thing so that you will not forget. So SOHCAHTOA, opposite over hypotenuse. So we have x is opposite, x is opposite, y is hypotenuse. So our goal is to find this place. So, and don't forget the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem, where we have, this is c, this is a, this is b. So we have c squared to be equal to a squared plus b squared. So don't be panicked, just use the same idea. So your c is y. So you have y squared to be equal to s squared plus b squared. That means b squared is same thing as y squared minus s squared. So b is what? B is square root of y squared minus s squared. Even though we are expecting to have plus or minus, but let's just stick to the positive one. So we have square root of y squared minus b squared. That means this place now. This place is y squared minus x squared. Y squared minus s squared. So that's all. And what is the question? We have to find 1 over tan q. 1 over tan q. So what is tan q? Q is our angle. So tan q. So that means tan q is equal to, that is opposite over adjacent. So opposite is x and adjacent is y squared minus s squared. And to find 1 over tan q, that is reciprocal, 1 over tan q will now be root y squared minus s squared over x. And that's all for the question. You can see it's very simple. So let's move on to the next question. Now you can see this question follows the last question we just did. So you don't need to waste our time anymore since you've already. So you can pause the video. You can pause the video and try it. So when you are done, you can then play the video to check if what you did is correct or not. Now we have tan q to be m square minus. So the first thing, SOHCAHTOA. So we are given tan q, q again. Tan q is m square minus n square over 2mn over 2mn. So that means, and what is this? Don't forget, tan is opposite over adjacent. So that means this upper part is opposite. This is opposite, and this is adjacent. So we have opposites to be m square minus n square. And what is adjacent? Adjacent is 2mn. So, but we have to find sec q. What is sec q? Sec q is same thing as 1 over cos q. Sec q same thing as 1, as we already said it. We said you can use this idea to remember it. 1, 2, 3. So the third letter is C, that is 1 over cos q. So now, to get what is cos q, what is cos? Cos is adjacent of hypotenuse. That means we need the hypotenuse. We need this guy. We need this side to be able to get what we are looking for. And to do that as well, you are not changing it. You are going to use the same thing. So you have C here, A here, and B here. And by now, you should be able to get used to all this. Now, so we have C square. C square is equal to A square plus B square. And A square is m square minus n square all square plus, and B square is 2mn all square. So we can, and if you expand this, we are going to have m raised to power 4 m raised to power 4 minus 2m square n square plus n raised to power 4. And if you expand this as well, we have plus 4m square n square. And that's in this. So if you are confused on let me just quickly explain that by the side. So what I did here was m square minus n square all square. So it's same thing as m square minus n square and m square minus n square. So you can expand that. So this multiplied by this and this multiplied by this as well. So you just open the bracket. You can do that. And for the 2m square as well, 2mn all square. So you just bring the 2, this one and this one as well. Don't worry, I will still do a video on indices. So let us move on. So we have this. So we have m raised to power 4 plus n raised to power 4. So what's this? This is plus this and this. So you have plus 2m square n square. Now, if you look at this thing very well, we can factorize this thing. We can factorize it. And if you factorize it, you realize that what we are going to have is something like this. We are going to have something like this. We are going to have something like this. And what is common between them? We have m squared to be common. M squared plus n squared plus, and what is common here as well? N squared. We have m squared plus n squared. Now, what are we having now? We have m squared plus n squared, and we have m squared plus n squared. So we are going to have m squared plus n squared, since they are 2, all square. And don't forget, what we have outside is c square. Don't forget, we have c square, 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 c square. And by doing that, finally we have our c to be m square plus n square. So finally our answer is ready. So c is m square plus n square. So c is m square plus n square. So with that, you can get your cos q. So finally our answer is ready. So we have sec q to be equal to 1 over cos q. And what is cos q? Cos q is adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent? 2mn. Adjacent is 2mn over m square plus n square, which is hypotenuse. So finally we have m square plus n square over 2mn. So that's all you can see. So the most important thing to know under here is you must know how to expand. Yeah, and you must know little indices, then factorization as well. Because if you can, if you don't know how to factorize, you might find it difficult to do this. That's one thing about mathematics. All those topics are interwoven, so you have to be able to know each other. So factorization is very important here. Factorization is very important here. Now the last question I have for you here. Now the last question here, without wasting time, I don't want us to waste time on this. So we're given that cot theta is 8 over 15. Don't forget, from cot theta we can get tan theta, because cot theta is 1 over tan theta, and that is 8 over 15. So that means I can get tan theta to be 15 over 8. And we're not given any quadrants. Okay, we're not given any quadrants, so I can easily do that. Don't forget SOHCAHTOA as usual. SOHCAHTOA. So this is opposite, so this is opposite, and this is adjacent. So we have this to be opposite, that's 15, and this is 8. So to get this, as usual, as we've been doing it, so to be able to get that, we use our Pythagoras theorem. That c square is equal to a square plus b square, and that is c square is 15 square plus 8 square, and 15 square is 225 plus 8 squared is 64, and if you add them together, you have 289. And so we are to find the square root of 289. So C is square root of 289. I think that's 17. That's 17. So C is 17. So that means sin theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite. Where is opposite? 15 over 17. 15 over 17. So that was all. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe as well. Please, I want to comment on the video so that the next because this will help me to improve in the next videos. Thank you.